let me throw at you a little bit of something that they took out from the book that I think they should not have. And I hate to
Okay.
be one of those guys like, oh, they didn't follow the book. It's so bad. But the reason that it's important that they didn't follow the book in this place, and there's other things they took out that I was okay with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Count Fenring is a character in the books that was a very influential character to the Emperor. He plays a big role in some of the books. He's kind of an important figure, especially because he was an attempt at the Kwisatz Haderach by the Bene Gesserit earlier on. They took him out. I don't really care because at the end of the day, this is the only book he shows a major role in for a while. Doesn't actually affect as much as I think he needs to. I was fine with Dennis taking that out. The thing that they took out that I have a problem with is they took out Paul Atreides' first son. Paul Atreides has a son with Shani called Leto the
Oh.
Second the Elder. And this is significant because there is a raid on the Siege, and in that raid, two things happen. One, his sister. So also in the books, his sister isn't in the womb the entire time. She gets born and she becomes like 2 years old, and she's a, a freaky 2 year old because she has consciousness because of her mother drinking the water of life when she was pregnant. So it awoke Alia, Paul's sister, Jessica's daughter, when she was still in the womb. She becomes conscious, and then she is born, and she's a 2 year old walking around with a fully developed brain, more or less. And
She
it's
acts like an
creepy.
adult in
Yeah,
some ways.
yeah, it's creepy, and that's part of the point. But so in the books, she gets captured. That's one of the two things that happens. The second thing that happens is that Paul's son dies. Paul's infant son dies. And that's a significant loss for him. That's part of the reason that propels him forward into the story. And I think that's a perfectly strong, motivating reason for Paul to be uniting the tribes, to take on the mantle, and all of those other things. I think that's a very strong motive for him moving forward. And so I'm really confused why they took that out specifically. Probably because of time. They thought that they needed to add other things. But of all things to cut, that is, I think, one of the more emotionally heart pulling things you could have kept in.
Dude, I
So,
completely forgot about that till you mentioned that, but you're right. Like my brain, like I remember that now that you've said that.
yeah. And
Like in the
it's
book.
a big deal. It's like a
Yeah.
big deal to him. It's a big deal to her.
Hmm.
So I think in regards to world shattering loss, he didn't have one in the movie, but he should have because it was right there in the books waiting for you.
Hmm.
So that's a big L on the director and writer's parts. Do better.